I'm Harrison Williams and this is CHC Talks. And today we're talking about digital applications. Now, what are digital applications? Well, they're mainly the difference between a small budget website and something a little bit bigger. We've seen companies spending hundreds of thousands of pounds a year on developing some sort of digital application. Now, why would anybody bother spending this much money on something like this? Well, in essence, what you're doing is you're building a brain. It's something that's going to do something for your business. It's going to make it easier to run your business. It's going to generate more money. It's going to do something for you. And, in common terms, we're talking about artificial intelligence, AI. Now, if you're using AI to automatically generate leads, you'll see a 10% spike in revenue across 6 to 9 months. That's why PwC are calling it one of the 8 most essential things that you can do as a business with technology right now. So, what does this mean for us? Well, to start off with, what we need to do is capture some data around the people who are coming to your website. So we're going to do something called user tracking, and we're building a profile of people. What do they do? Where do they go? Where have they been? What are they looking at on your website? Are they spending more time watching this video? Are they spending more time reading this article? Are they spending more time looking at this product? Now, once we've got a clear picture of what these people are doing, or where they're going and why they're doing that, then we can look at doing something called variable content. So if somebody came to your website and you're a retailer and you sell blue jackets, and somebody comes along and they bought one of these blue jackets, when they come back to your site, rather than showing them that hero image of that blue jacket, wouldn't it be much better if you were selling some associated product with that? So you have, some matching trousers or a nice hat or a pair of shoes or a belt, anything, it doesn't really matter. But when they come and land on your website, instead of seeing that blue jacket that they've already got, they're seeing their matching blue hat. And they're more likely to go through and have a look at that because it sparks their interest. You know something about them. You know they're interested in the product they bought, so try and offer them something that's similar or will match it. And that's about variable content. You can do that with anything, absolutely anything. So once we've kind of got that down, another way of tracking people around and doing something with this is around lead scoring. So you assign points to certain actions that somebody might take on your website. So if they land on your homepage and they don't immediately leave and they spend 30 seconds on it, let's give them a score. Let's give them 5 points for doing that. And then say they fill in their email address or send you a message on a contact form. Let's give them 20 points for doing that. Say they go through to another page, we'll give them 2 or 3 points for that. They watch a video, let's give them 10 points for that. And the whole purpose of racking up these scores is you can set trigger points. So when they meet a certain score, the website will automatically do something. So for example, if they bought a product, then you get the standardized emails to say thank you for your purchase and all that kind of stuff. But when they come back and they watch a video on that associated product, that blue hat, for example, they're going to get an email saying, oh, look, we'll give you 10% off on this blue hat that we noticed you were looking at. And that's lead scoring and automating off the back of that. And you can set these processes up to be as complicated as you like. You can have a 1,000,000-point scoring system where there's staging every 10 points if you really wanted to. And your website, all you have to do is set it up and it will go. Do it for eternity. It will never break. It will just carry on doing these things. So the last one to talk about really is chatbots. And you'll have seen these chatbots all over the internet at the moment. Some of them are very good, some of them are not so great, but they're everywhere. And then that little circle in the corner pops up and goes, hey, Dave wants to speak to you. And to start off with, you might type in a conversation, oh, I'm really interested in this service, could you tell me some more about it? And, that automated bot might be able to answer the first level of questions, so, how's your day going, and, we can tell you about this, maybe you should go to the pricing page. But essentially when it's, the first kind of easy questions are done with, it's going to try and pass you off to a real person. So Dave's going to get red flashing light on his computer, and he's going to pop up and continue the conversation through the chat. So that's a really basic version of it. Another version is to have a completely automated chat. So in doing this, you need to map out every possible question that you think somebody could have around your product or service. So you could have all these answers set out, and you know exactly how this bot can answer these things, and if it can't do that, how to spin it out and say, oh, you are actually going to end up speaking to Dave, and Dave gets his red flashing light. But you can have a whole conversation with an automated system and you won't know any different. And that's, the top of your sales funnel. That's somebody doing the really hard graft work of reaching out to people and asking them questions and getting them to respond and triggering events within this chat to make sure that that is bringing you in some more customers. And that, to start off with, is the beginning of digital applications in a really simple way. And I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope you can see the value in that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully there'll be some more information below me right now, and I'll see you next week.